Hey lovers, welcome back to another episode of Love on Tour. We're back with an epic, ultimate food breakdown. I went through and tried so much food on the Star Princess. I'm going to let you know what's great, what's horrible, and what's kind of meh, you know what they say. I sailed from beautiful Barcelona on a transatlantic voyage, landing back in Florida. We booked this trip last year in 2024 on the Sun Princess and scored an amazing deal on a sanctuary suite. Because of that, we didn't end up utilizing the Celestial Dining Room, which is the main dining room there on the Star Princess. And honestly, we were relieved. The line was always so ridiculously long every single day for both lunch and dinner. Now, this is one of the only cruise lines that I see that on. It is always a line getting into that dining room. So instead, we spent a lot of time at the Sanctuary restaurant, and it was always great. They offer a solid assortment of options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and we went multiple times throughout the trip. Every visit was enjoyable, the service was fantastic, and the food was absolutely delicious. So today is the signature restaurant for lunch. My favorite thing on the menu is the signature burger, which is always delicious. The bacon jam is hitting. Not much else on the menu that I like today. And tonight, Makoto's, the sushi restaurant. Tonight is the sushi restaurant. Never had it for dinner, always go for lunch. So I'm interested in seeing how that goes. Now, one of the things that I really struggled with, though, is that Sanctuary restaurant just doesn't feel upscale enough for me. As you remember, it used to be in the front where now they have the seafood restaurant, and it was a beautiful, beautiful space. Now they're back where the American Diner used to be, and it just feels like a regular dining room, which I think is a complete miss on the part of Princess. Now, you can also order select menu items from the Sanctuary Club, which is the exclusive pool and bar area for Sanctuary Suite guests, and that's definitely a nice perk. Now, usually they only have Black Forest, Red Velvet, but they have some chocolate cake down there as one of the specialty desserts that you get with your Premier package, and those are located upstairs on deck 17 by the pool. Next, where you get the ice cream, and they have these crazy ice cream concoctions. I don't do the ice cream, but the cake, this is amazing. The pool dining, all the options are included in your fare and are quick, perfect bite if you want to get a little sun, listen to the waves, and just kind of jam out to some of the pool entertainment there. You've also got pizza, burgers, hot dogs, tacos, Mediterranean options, and a full salad bar right there on the pool deck. This is one of the best food consortiums that I've seen on a ship, where you get these very upscale food options, and it's almost kind of like going to a food hall, but outdoors on the pool. So it was really, really cool. It was all very super convenient and honestly very solid. Tonight it's sushi. And I've never had this sushi restaurant for dinner. I've had it for lunch, my favorite place for lunch. But tonight I get to experience the dinner. So I'm excited about that, and we'll see how it goes. Now let's talk about Makoto Sushi, which is hands down one of my favorite places for lunch. The dinner menu, though, was a bit underwhelming. I felt like the bento box and the sashimi bowl were way more filling and offered a better variety back when we were on the Sun Princess and how they had it set up for lunch there. Let's see which one we're going to eat. We'll start here with the salmon. And it's got the rice at the bottom, so it always falls out. It's fresh. I've never eaten this kind of sushi before, so we're gonna see how it goes. I guess I just go in, my waiter. It's tuna. Not bad. Now we went multiple times for lunch, but only once for dinner. Lunch definitely wins. Here in this restaurant, I definitely would skip it for dinner. There are certainly better options on the ship. So today will be the first day that I eat at the buffet. Now, not because I'm a snob, just because I've had better options with the Premier package. So it'll be really interesting to see what the food quality is and how to navigate the mob. So wish me luck, and here I go. The buffet was nice. The food quality was very high. There was no complaints on taste and variety. I actually went there a few times for lunch and dinner, but the crowds were crazy. Now, every buffet is crowded, but the way this buffet is set up, it's so narrow when you walk in that, there's just not a lot of space to navigate the buffet. But again, the food was good. So the back by the American Diner is definitely by far my favorite place to sit. So I'm going to try to find some seating back here at one of these tables. So, not terrible options. The fish is fantastic. The quality of the food is high. I just hate the narrow pathways where you got to fight to get through and people are standing in the middle just having full-on conversations. One tip is go all the way back by the American Diner and you can pretty much get everything you can get up front without all the crowds. Not bad. Now, Americana surprisingly never caught my interest for a full meal. It's open late and offers breakfast options, but the real reason I went, their apple pies. This is the American diner. Now, hands down, my favorite dessert on Princess cruise ships is absolutely delicious, and it's a win every time I go there. So, this is my favorite thing, probably on the whole Princess ship. These apple pies, man, at the American Diner, absolutely delicious. And it's late night. This is when I like to come get them. And I'm about to tear these two jokers up. This is my best dessert here, other than the key lime pie, which I had earlier. But this is about to go down, 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 down. A good piece of it. And you can't only get one. You gotta get two apple pies. Two apple pies. Now don't mess with the ice cream. But this cream, that's the business. Delicious. I think I have noticed, although I absolutely love the lounge, the coffee is always cold. Maybe it's because I get that flat white. I don't know what it is, but current coffee is always perfect. And the International Cafe is another great one. The coffee shops were spot on as always. The golden latte is my go-to. You get a little turmeric in there. It's healthy. You know, get your caffeine dose. Fairly healthy, don't get me wrong. But the turmeric does help, especially when you're on the ship for that long. You know, you need your immune system to be up and boxing every day for you. But I definitely had a golden latte every single day. It wakes my body up and I love it.
The best coffee in the Star Princess. Yeah!
Looking forward to this delicious steak dinner. The best at sea, in my opinion. Now, Crown Grill, the best steakhouse at sea. Okay, I know what you're gonna say. Leave it in the comments. Tell me your favorite, but Crown Grill does it for me. From the steak to the seafood to the delicious cheese bread appetizer, every meal from start to finish was amazing. We went there so many times I couldn't even look at a steak for a month afterward. Well, it's day 9, and one thing I can tell you, I'm done with steaks. Crown Grill, I am finished. Sabatini's, the first time I cruised on the Sun Princess, if you saw that review, I didn't like Sabatini's. I actually told them I didn't like it. But ever since then, it's been phenomenal. The second time I went on the Sun, it was phenomenal. And this time here on the Star Princess, also phenomenal. Tonight's spaghetti and meatballs. My favorite restaurant on the Princess ships. The spaghetti, the carbonara, the risotto, fettuccine alfredo were spot on every single visit. Easily some of the best Italian food you'll find on any cruise ship anywhere. So when I was on the Sun, they told me that Catch did not have the compliments of its full menu because of the kitchen. But I can tell you here on the Star, the menu is exactly the same. So I'm not sure that that's true, but you do get fresh fish. It was the same fish that I had on the Sun, the branzino, and one other ones I can't remember. So if you're interested in some light fare, fresh fish, it's a good place to go. If you want a lot of variety, more flavor-based stuff, I suggest trying one of the other specialty restaurants. So those are my thoughts on Catch. Again, Catch is now in the front of the ship, by the atrium where the signature restaurant used to be, and they promised me when I went on the Sun that they had a limited menu because it was in the back there with Butcher's Block behind the buffet, that once they got their own kitchen, their own restaurant, it was going to be so much better. It wasn't. It was just okay. And yes, the fish is really fresh. If you love that, that's hard to beat. But the flavor was just a little lacking for me. And I only visited once and didn't go back. It's not a bad restaurant. It just wasn't that flavorful for me and didn't hit the spot. Alfredo's isn't my favorite either. I wonder if you like the Alfredo's pizza or the pizza on the pool deck better. I like the pizza on the pool deck actually better. Now I know Alfredo's is the upscale pizza place, but it just never really did it for me. You cannot deny the quality. The fresh ingredients or the hand-pulled dough always deserves respect, but it just wasn't my favorite. I prefer the one on the pool deck. So leaving Alfredo's, I have such a love-hate relationship with Alfredo's. I always feel like it is the least friendly place on the ship restaurant-wise, and also I'm just not a fan of the pizza. So I'd love to know whether you love the Alfredo's pizza or you prefer something else. Let me know down in the comments. And right above me, right there, is the Love by Britto restaurant. I'm excited to go to this restaurant. When I did the Sun inaugural, it wasn't even finished. You could walk through it, they were still doing construction. So I'm excited to see what it is. And then I did the Sun again, transatlantic, but it wasn't included. Now it's included in your premier package, which to me is an incredible value. So I'm interested to see Love. I think I have a book 2 nights, and I'll let you know how it goes. Now, Love by Britto was a beautiful experience. I think every single couple that gets on the ship should try it just for the beautiful aspects of the dining room. Every single thing was based in love. There's hearts in the drinks, there was hearts in the butter and love in the butter and all sorts of things that just made you feel all gooey and romantic. And if you're there on your own, you missed your boo. And even the love songs that were played, feeling the restaurant, just gave it that atmosphere and made it feel like a romantic night. Now, if you want a full breakdown of Love by Britto, I'm going to do a dedicated review. Make sure you subscribe and like and turn on that notification bell, because I am definitely going to do a full review on Love by Britto, because some folks absolutely love it. And I need to hear from you in the comments, because the food for me was just okay. Now, as you know, I do not get up for breakfast on a cruise ship, but I actually got up for breakfast on this ship. It was well worth it. I'm definitely glad that I drug my behind out of the bed and went to breakfast. in the Sanctuary restaurant. It was really, really good.
So I decided to have breakfast at the Sanctuary restaurant today for the suites. And as you all know, I never get up for breakfast. Being an entrepreneur, I'm up every day because I make myself get up when I don't have to, like clockwork. But on the cruise, I typically get up when I want to get up. This time, I decided to get up early in the morning. Let's see if it's worth it. Breakfast. And then the Texas toast, French toast, and a double portion with the pork sausage, yeah, and then the double hash browns. So if I love breakfast so much, why don't I get up for breakfast every day? I don't like getting up in the morning. I'm not a morning person. Are you one of those happy-go-lucky, talk for hours, early in the morning as soon as you get up type of people? I'd probably like you out my house. Texas French toast. See if it has the taste. So it's nice to switch it up, get some variety with breakfast instead of lunch and dinner. So wake up early once and again just to get some variety in. That actually rhymes. I like it.
O'Malley's had some of the best burgers on the ship. Their chocolate cake was definitely a winner. And by this point in the trip, I was so tired of bar food, I still went and enjoyed it and absolutely loved it.
So that's why we are very concerned about our cow, to don't waste any part of the cow, to use all the 1,500 kilo. So, very important things, if you like butter bones.
So I was not a fan of Butcher's Block. It was family style, but it was an interesting experience. You should do it once if you like, you know, a lot of beef. Oh, and it also has kind of a demonstration. There's a lot of talking going through. I like a really subtle, quiet, sophisticated dinner. Just more my style. If that's more your style, you may love it. It's one of the reasons why I don't do teppanyaki. Everybody can do what they love. And that's the great thing about cruising, is there's something for everyone. Now for me, if you're going to get on a princess ship, a new ship, and you can afford it, you have to get a suite. And you have to get a suite that allows you the signature lounge access. This place is spectacular. It is the best lounge that I've been in on any cruise ship. It is beautiful. It's 2 stories, nothing but windows. The service is impeccable. You can get great coffee there, lemon key lime pie there, and you can get some snacks during the day. You gotta go to the lounge, baby. Signature lounge. Mm-hmm. What's up, realness? Mm-hmm. Now, room service here was great. I don't always do room service on the cruise ship, but I did it every single time I could. And I love the club sandwich here and a couple other goodies that they had. It was good, hot, and fresh every single time. So now you know exactly what to eat on the Star Princess and the Sun Princess the next time you're there. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and see where love takes us next. Remember, it's love above all, love will travel, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.